if you put an alif here, it becomes abidun. Abidun means worshipper. Okay? Abdun means slave. Its plural is ibadun. So if I combine with an alif like that, ibadun means slaves. Okay. Many, plural. Ibadun. Okay. And the letter ha with the dhamma means his. Okay. Or him. Okay. So when you combine these two, you pronounce only one dhamma here, so it becomes ibaduhu. Okay. So the word becomes ibaduhu.
His slave.
His slaves. Okay, and his here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, because he's talking about himself, his fadl and whomsoever he wants to, and he sends down. So all these are applying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ibaduhu, his slaves. Now put the word min before that. Okay. Min means among, we translated, that's the best translation. Among his slaves. Min ibaduhu, but min is a harf-e-jar, and harf-e-jar will change this dhamma into a kasra. And again for the tajweed pronunciation, we will pronounce this as a kasra. So the word becomes min ibadihi, among his slaves. Among his slaves. Now who are his slaves? All of us are his slaves. All the human being, all the mankind are slaves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he has the authority to select anyone to send his Quran upon. Okay, that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. So whomsoever he chooses, he wills, he wants, among all his slaves, by his mercy he sends down the wahi. Okay, not among only certain group of people, the revelation should come. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala categorically making this statement that you have no authority to tell Allah that Allah should send down His Quran or His prophet among us only. He will send it down upon whomsoever. Okay, it can be a person among the pagans of Quraysh, Makkah. He will choose one person from there. Okay, not the highly educated Jews who are living in Medina, who are the experts of Torah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would leave all of them and will pick up a person who never went to a madrasa or college or a school, and he will send down his wahi upon him. So this is his choice, not your choice. So if Allah did that, you became against Allah and His Prophet and His Quran because you have an anger about that. And because of that anger, you rejected the Quran. You rejected the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you rejected the Prophet. Okay? So this is what it's saying up to this point. Okay? Among his slaves. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying something. Okay? And saying that what kind of trade you have done. You have done a very, very bad trade. You have done something against yourself. So what is the result of that? What is the result of that? So this is next few words are about that. The word here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using ghadab. Ghadab is anger. Ghadab is anger. If you are in the state of ghadab, ghazab or ghadab means you are very, very angry. Okay? So Allah is saying that by being baghyan, you think that you are angry, actually you have earned the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So that's what these new next few words are explaining. فَبَاءُوا بِغَضَبٍ عَلَى غَضَبٍ. So let's look at these words here. Okay. So this next word will start ba, ya and hamza. Okay. And this means to come. To come. Simple meaning, but that's not the meaning we are going to use here. Okay. Okay. So this word ba'u, this fa is a separate word. Fa means then. Okay, so we keep that word. Ba, fa means so or then. Both can be applied. And if we combine these three letters with a fatha each, okay, and this middle letter, because of the ya with the fatha, will be pronounced as a alif. So this will become ba'a. Ba means he came. Okay, the simple meaning, third person past tense. Okay. And if I put a wow, it becomes plural. It will become they came. So ba'u means they came. Now, in Arabic, if you have a word, which is in this case ba'u, okay, and if I put a letter B after that, okay, ba'u B, okay, now B we have seen that is a harf jar, billahi or things like that. So the meaning of this word, because of this, changes to they brought. Okay. Instead of they came, means they brought. Or if I translate this word as a with, for example, so the meaning will be they came with. If we just use the meaning here, they came, and B means with. They came with. Now in English, if I say I came with my child, I can also say I brought my child, right? Same meaning. I came with my child or I brought my child. So here I can say they came with or they brought. Okay? So you can translate either way. So the meaning will be so they brought. So remember this B here, this B is this actually. This B here of the B ghadab is not the full word, it's made of B and ghadab. So this B here should be translated with faba'u. So the meaning will be so they brought. They brought upon themselves. Faba'u, so they brought. Or you can say, or they earned. Or they earned. Because here is a trade going on here. They have sold something, they have bought something. So what is their earning? That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying. So they have earned. What have they earned? Ghadab. Okay? So that word starts with Ghain, Dad and Ba. This means to be angry. To be angry. Okay. And Ghadabun is the noun which means anger. Ghadabun means anger. Okay. So that's the word here. Now we also know that there is a letter B before that, okay, which we use to translate the previous word. This letter is sitting before Ghadabun. And B is a harf jar, so it will change these two to kasras. Okay. Meaning will be ghadab, anger. So they brought anger, or they earned anger. Okay. And the next word is Allah, which means upon. Okay. Anger upon anger. Okay. As we say in English, you have done wrong upon wrong. You have earned anger upon anger. It's a lot of anger. So they have brought upon themselves anger upon anger. Anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so Allah is very, very angry upon them because they wanted to show their anger against the Prophet and the Quran. And they rejected Allah's mercy, the Quran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this trade, this business you have done with me, you have sold yourself, you have bought something wrong, it's evil, and you have earned anger upon anger. Okay? You have come up with anger, you have brought upon yourself anger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ghadabun, ghadabin, actually what is ghadabun in both places but B is a harf jar, so this is ghadabin. Allah is a harf jar, so again ghadabun became ghadabin. Okay? Anger upon anger. Okay? And then after that is walil kafirina. So it's made of several parts, wa and li. Okay. Wa means and li means for. And root letters for is kafara, to disbelieve or reject. And the person who does that is kafirun. Kafirun, or kafir we say, is a disbeliever. And its plural is kafiruna. So the plural is kafiruna. Disbelievers. The plural of kafirun is kafiruna. Disbelievers. Okay. And when you put al before that, al means the. So al kafiruna means the disbelievers.
also translates kafiruna as ungrateful?
Yes, but here it is not applying that. Here it's a completely rejection. They have rejected, they have disbelieved. So here, another meaning is to be disthankful, but here they are not being disthankful, they are rejecting. Okay. So al-kafiruna, the disbelievers. Okay. Now the word, there are two word letters before that. Va means and li means for. This li is a harf-e-jar, and harf-e-jar changes this in the plural to a ya. Okay. Harf-e-jar looks at the next word. If there is a dhamma or a sound of wow, it changes to kasra sound. So kafiruna will become kafirina. So if you pronounce all these things, wa lil kafirina, and for the disbelievers. The whole word is and for the disbelievers. For the disbelievers. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that what is going to happen after they have received ghadab ala ghadab, anger upon anger, is for those who disbelieve. Walil kafirina, what is there? Azabun. Azabun means punishment. Okay, and the root letters are and zalba, and azabun is the noun. Azabun means punishment. Punishment. Okay. And so this is azabun means punishment. Okay. And then after that there is one word, Mim, Ha and Noon. Okay. And the noun from this is Mohin, Mohinun. Mohinun means disgraceful. Mahana means to disgrace. Mohin, humiliating, disgracing. Okay, so this is disgraceful or disgracing.
उर्दू में क्या होगा?
Zillat. Humiliate, to insult someone, to put someone down. Okay. This is the word mohin. Okay, zillat ames. Okay. So azab, not simple azab, but this azab will be very humiliating. Very severe punishment, it will be very insulting and disgracing punishment for them. Okay? So that is the punishment for those who disbelieve in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here, their crime is just much more bigger than disbelieving. Because these are the people who themselves believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the people who have the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with them, Torah. These are the people, among them a lot of messengers and prophets came. Okay? So, and these are the people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given higher status in the world. After all that, these people have rejected a prophet and the Quran. Okay? Knowingly, after knowing that this was truth, they still rejected. Why? Because of baghyan. Because of anger, because of outrage. And that made Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala angry upon angry on them. And their punishment is humiliating, disgraceful, disgracing punishment. So inshallah with that we'll stop this ayat.